Welcome to Agents of Screen, only place for movie reviews. So, as you know, a recent film, the final film in the DC series, it is Justice League Dark Apokolips War. It is the final of the 15 films. I didn't even know personally it was the last film they were doing for the whole universe. That was insane, but man, after watching it, man, I'm in my feelings. What's your impressions of this film, man? What's your impressions, man?
Well, first of all, let me just introduce myself. My name is Black Rob. I'm like the character of Ayo. You know, there's been times when I should be there or I can't be there because of certain things and everything. But yeah, so I just want to do my intro.
Of course.
All right, that's me. So, yeah, this film. Well, first of all, this film was based on this wicked, amazing DC arc called Justice League: The Dark Side Wars. This is part 1 there, and the Superman that's been in the whole of the DCAU since when is it? When was Flashpoint? 2011?
Flashpoint Paradox was in 2013, so that was the first of the films. That was 7 years ago. So they started off the animated universe.
Yeah. And that's Superman is based on. If you all want to know what Superman is really about, just read this. I'm not a Superman fan, but this made me a Superman fan for the 52 because my days, the shit he does in that, insane. But how back to the movie? Emotional, man. Absolutely emotional. It was a roller coaster. There were so many left turns in this film. It made you think like, literally, that's me. That's how it was. Like,
yeah, definitely.
You know, you were just left wondering, what the? And then there were times when you wish you could just pause and just take in what you just saw. Because you're just thinking like, what? How did that happen? Why did that happen? Oh, by the way, I'm wearing my Justice League.
Of course.
Guy right there, Batfleck.
Gotta represent.
Gotta represent.
Get the DC shirts.
Agents of S.C.R.E.E.N's top 5 Batman. He got robbed in that fake news. All that's fake news. Who won that one? But yeah, anyway.
That's some of those people. Why they got placed are your fault, bruv. You could have been placing Adam West high, but you didn't even want to put him in the league. So
no. Batfleck was meant to be number 1 top. So, not Adam West, Batfleck. Done. But anyway, that's a different day. We'll argue about that. But yeah, I like the way they did it because instead of using the anti-monitor, they used, and it's not Saigon, it's Trigon. You get to saying Saigon while we were watching.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's my bad. It was Trigon. Yeah, I was just like, what? I was getting that wrong. Yeah, it was Trigon. Yeah.
So it's Saigon.
Yeah, they used Trigon instead. That was interesting because I think it literally felt like almost a completely different film. It was not the same like it was in the comics, and you know what? I'm alright with that. Yeah, because I think it was, as much as I enjoy seeing the comics, the graphic novels come to life, I like seeing something different. And what I really like to see in this different, because I was like thinking to myself, bro, this looks so insane. Like this is like a brand new story, and it practically was, because they didn't even go into the fact that Darkseid got murked in the comics. That he got murked.
He died.
Yeah, he got killed
by Black Flash.
Yeah,
he got killed.
Yeah. Black Flash killed him, man. I was just like, so none of that happened. So it was I was seeing something new for the first time. It was their rendition. You know what I feel like this was, yeah? I feel like this was the Snyder Cut in animated.
I was going to say that. I was waiting just for that. For the next, I was going to say that. Oh my days.
That's what this felt like, bro. That's what this felt like.
Thank you. I was literally going to say that shit, my friend. Literally was. You're on the money. And you know what? everybody else online, I checked the reviews and the comments online about this film. And obviously, people loved it. Like literally, said, "Oh my gosh, which the DC universe could do this." But everybody was saying this literally sounds like Snyder's vision for his version of the DCEU, because he said the first part, right, was right. Justice League 1. I know we're coming off the mark a bit, but it is comparable. We will get to people. Don't worry.
Yeah.
So this film was pretty much the end game for the DCAU, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So this film now you've had the run up of all previous 14 films up to this point, but the real major ones were Justice League War.
Yeah.
Because that's when Darkseid first came down, and that's what forced the heroes to create the Justice League. Then the second one, not the Atlantis one, because Aquaman, that was when he joined the Justice League, was when he came down after the death of Superman.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was Cyber Superman.
Yeah.
And then there was like little hints as well because of the Teen Titans film, so they brought in Trigon into that too.
Yeah.
So and then came this one, Apokolips. So literally it was like three. Yeah, exactly.
Literally on point. Because Snyder was going to do basically Justice League Part 1, which was Steppenwolf. He comes down, gets battered. You get a little sneak peek of Doomsday in the end. I mean, not Doomsday, Darkseid in the end, because he was meant to kill Steppenwolf for failing him.
Okay, interesting.
Then Justice League 2, Part 2, Snyder said, was the heroes were going to take the fight to Darkseid. They were going to go to Apokolips, and they were going to lose.
Okay.
Just like what happened in this film.
Yeah.
Right at the beginning. So they took the fight to Darkseid, and they got battered. That Darkseid, without lifting the finger, he just battered. And then number 3 was basically meant to be, the nightmare scene.
Yeah.
That was number 3. So Darkseid has taken over Earth, Superman has become corrupted, etc., etc. And then that was them trying to get the Flash to go back into time to change everything.
Yeah.
That was basically Justice League Part 3, and then they basically stopped Darkseid in the end. So this film, people, was brilliantly put together.
Definitely.
If you got favorite characters in DC, in the DCAU, I can promise you, you ain't gonna like what you're gonna see in that film. I could tell you.
This literally felt like Game of Thrones, man. I don't understand. Like, if you had favorites, just forget it. Your man are murked. That was as simple as that. Like, I've never seen so many main characters get killed off like so rapidly before. In a film like that, it was mad. And like I told you, one of the most savage and unnecessary deaths I have seen in anything was when Darkseid went to OR. So oh man, Jesus Christ. So there was a scene in this film. There was a scene where Darkseid goes to OR, and he literally murks everyone. He just they're just murderated. That's it. And then after that, he's about to go back home to Apokolips, and he's like, "Can you just bring some magma core? I just want to make a point." And then Jon Stewart is literally crawling to the main battery power, trying to chant the Green Lantern oath. And before he can say Green Lantern's light, magma just comes out from the Earth's core, out of a boom tube, and turns him into dust. I was like, "Come, fam, can you even let this man even try to power up? Can he even live?" Nah, Apokolips, man, you need to allow it. It just felt unnecessary. Absolutely unnecessary. What a savage. Absolute savage.
So I was just trying to get a photo for people so they know where Darkseid was getting the magma from. So people could "Oh, okay, that's what it is." So, but what it is, people, is that he was putting these little spokes. I don't know if anyone's seen the planet Apokolips, but it's literally got fire pits, massive, gigantic fire pits, so just literally spill out flame from the core. Now, this is literally what he tried to replicate on Earth, to suck out all of the Earth's cores, magma, and weaponize it with these like really gigantic pictures, some gigantic drills with massive spokes, funnel-like spokes spewing out flames. So he told Batman, who's his number 2, and we'll get to that point, that, hey, look, this is, what's it called? By the way, I want to send a message to the universe. Send a portion of Earth's magma to this planet, and then he boom tubed the planet's magma straight to Oa and destroyed the Green Lantern core battery that powers a Green Lantern's battery. Destroyed it. Totally
absolutely. Just murked it.
Insane. So I think what happened for the people, what we should do is just tell them from the beginning to the end. So basically at the beginning of the film, as I said, they went straight for Superman, not thinking. God knows why Batman put him in charge, but he ain't thinking. He's thinking more about with his muscles and his heart than his brain. He tells the entire Justice League, hey, we need to go to Apokolips. We're going to take out Darkseid. We need to be in the offense now, not the defense, because when we're in the defense, we get caught off guard, blah, 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 etc., etc. He sent a monster that nearly killed me, blah, 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 and everything.
So literally, man was butthurt about the whole getting banged up. And the thing is, it felt a little bit uncharacteristic. That's one thing I will say. It seemed a bit uncharacteristic about Superman for him to just be charging in head on like this and getting emotional. But then I remember New 52 Supes does get a bit stupid sometimes. Like he just goes and sick. He just doesn't care. When he gets to a point, he see people getting murked like this. He's like, look at this planet. Look how everyone just got murder-rated. And it's like, everyone was like, raw. Like, Apokolips going on sick. But, boy, certain mans, we'll talk about them later, knew what he was doing. But yeah.
All you need to know right now, people, is that certain men were already ahead of the game.
Exactly.
For us saying that, if you are truly a comic book fan, or you don't have to be a DC fan, but if you are a DC fan or comic book fan, you know who we're talking about.
Exactly.
Keywords, head of the game. There you go. Certain man, right? Actually, certain mans. There was yep. But it's just a certain man out of those certain mans had a plan. Don't worry, had to think ahead.
Oh, that's fair.
So basically now, Lex Luthor. Remember, Lex Luthor said, even Lex was like, wait, this is crazy. There's always room for diplomacy. Like, let's just send a few embassies to Apokolips to discuss of a peace treaty. And Superman punched the freaking the Justice League tower out of orbit almost when he went, no!
Hey, bro,
we are going there. We need to take it out. And I was like, damn, man, what's wrong with you? Like, and I'm there thinking, wait, Batman, aren't you going to say nothing about this? Like, what the fuck's going on here? Like, you've got to do something. Like, last time this shit happened in the Bruce Timm Justice League, when Superman led an attack on Apokolips, it really didn't go so well.
Bro, that thing in the animated universe still cracks me up, He's just like, no, I'm not leaving. No, he's got to. Batman's like, shut up, fam, and then just took him in the boom
tube him out of there. Exactly. What were you doing? Fam? So now, at this point now, now everyone's like, are you ready? Let's go. Right? So everyone now is traveling and whatnot to Apokolips. And the Teen Titans are left behind Earth just in case if shit goes down well. So there's Constantine, there's Zatanna, there's Shazam, there's John Jones, there's obviously Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Aquaman, and Aquaman's wifey, Mera. Yeah. And so those are the people literally now like going after Darkseid. So they enter Darkseid, Apokolips. Oh, and Cyborg. My bad. I forgot about my boy Cyborg. Yeah. So they all went into there now to Apokolips, all flying. Next minute they see these things flying. Now, bear in mind, during the planning, all this time they were planning, one guy knew exactly what they were doing. Darkseid. He's there chilling on his throne, like with his hands like this, like, really? Oh, I'm gonna get you. Oh, I'm gonna whoop your ass. Don't worry, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna whoop your ass.
This
right?
is why
While
Apokolips
planning and
sick,
scheming
bro.
what they're doing in their invasion. So, so then now these things that are flying, they think these are parademons, but Batman's like, wait, hold on. They look too big to be parademons. So what the fuck? Yo, they're like parademons spliced with doomsday genetic material.
Yeah, that was.
For them paradooms. It was curtains for them. Done.
They got murked.
Yeah.
They got murked. Literally, and then all you see is 2 years later, Earth looks broke. Wow. I was just like, wait, hold on. No, I thought this didn't even look like the same planet, man.
Yeah.
Resources were literally consumed to nothingness. England looked like death. Like everything was just destroyed. Parademons floating the streets. All you see, like throughout the film, as they're going through the film, and then like trying to like find their way to try and destroy Apokolips, you see the flashbacks of what happened, and you just see so many people just getting cut in half.
Oh man!
Like just getting murdered, like
busted. Oh.
Bro, I was just like, Rod, John Jones getting burnt to death, flipping Starfire, getting cut in half, like all of this shit, bro. It's mad. Yeah. It was ridiculous. I was like, wow, they went on sick with how detailed they made it. I was just like,
I will tell you from now, people, this film is the darkest, grittiest. Think of Batman and Batman versus Superman, but animated, but on steroids.
Yeah, I haven't seen a Savage DC
violence.
Yeah,
the only one I remember was Throne of Atlantis. I mean, that had some serious murkage. I mean, you had Superman body slamming the trench and they were exploding. Like, so this film was like it had you going, wow.
Bro, even Tim Burton's Batman wasn't even on these levels, man. And those films were savage.
Savage. Returns is the most savage Batman film ever made. But we're going off tangent. So
yeah.
So now, so Africa, even I noticed parts of Africa, half of Africa is gone, half of Europe is gone, Asia's completely nearly gone. Like Darkseid really turned up the planet. So it zooms into London, and there's John Constantine in a pub. How ironic, with that guy Jason.
Estrogen.
Estrogen. Yeah. And Superman is teamed up with Raven, the last surviving member of the Teen Titans, and they find him and they need him to basically locate Damian Wayne, aka Robin, aka the leader of the League of Shadows. So they beat up 3 parademons. I mean, obviously, John Constantine does his magic stuff, everything.
Yeah, 100%.
He didn't even try. He just drank something, burped fire, and this parademon's head just blew off. Yeah,
that was
Raven got murked. And at this time, so Raven now, she's feeling powerless a bit because her dad is trying to escape. She's trapped her dad in that ruby, and he's trying to escape.
If you haven't seen that, check out the Teen Titans film. Really good.
What's it called? Was it Justice League versus Teen Titans?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah. I think it was Justice League versus Teen Titans. Yeah.
Yeah. So check that film out, people, if you want to know about that. That was a good film. That was. But yeah. So basically now they go to John Constantine's base, which is Big Ben. How ironic. And then they get him. That's when they had the first flashback, and that's when Superman has a flashback. Oh, by the way, Superman at this time, he's got green eyes, green veins, and a green S tattooed on his chest. And what happened was, you see that in the flashback, and that flashback's pretty gruesome. I'll give you the abridged version. Basically, you just saw like a total annihilation of 3/4 of the Justice League.
Yep.
Mera got her face peeled off. Sapphire got split in half. No, Sapphire. Hawkman got split in half. His wings got ripped. Then he got ripped in half.
Yeah.
he got murked. Cyborg got his arms. He got his back crushed by Darkseid and his arms ripped off just before he sent Shazam away. And Zatanna got. The only thing I can say is she got.
Looked like she got eaten, bro.
She got eaten by 5 powered dooms, bro. And freaking John Constantine had his flashback, and what was his flashback, dude?
Man ran away like a little bitch, bro. I was just like,
ran.
I was just like, wait, hold on. I was just like, wait, why are you running? Nah, that's a bit savage. She was even hollering man's name. I was like, wait, raw. That was deep. Savage.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it, man. I couldn't believe that. So they find Damien now. So now they're in the Himalayas at Namded Pat, whatever it's called. And obviously ninjas try to take him out and blah blah blah. Then one of the ninjas was about to kill Raven because again she becomes handicapped by her dad. And then Damien comes out and goes, enough! And he walks out and everyone's like stunned at looking at them. But then he sees Superman and he goes, and he's about to kill Superman. He's literally about to kill him. Like, Superman is shook of him. Because everybody knows Superman his plan fucked up the Justice League. And who is Damien's daddy, James?
Exactly, Batman, boy. He wasn't having none of that.
There you go. So Damien's pissed at Superman at this point in time. But he's lucky that, and he even said that the only reason why I'm letting you live is because of Raven right now. If she weren't here, I will kill you for what you did to my dad and my family. Like, Superman was staring at him as to think, jeez. Like, he couldn't believe this kid was talking to him like this. Or teenager at the time now.
But that's the thing though, Damien has always been that guy that just doesn't give a fuck, bro. He's just like, he backs it up for the most part. He can back it up quite well. He's not on Dick Grayson's level, but he is sick.
Yeah,
I give him ratings for that. He's a don. 100%.
He is, man. He is a don. He really is a don. So they walk now into the temple. Oh, Lady Shiva's there, by the way, at this point. For these people who want to know her, and yep, Superman. What's it called? Raven's resting in the bed, and then she wakes back up because she was talking to her dad that's within in that Ruby Park, telling his dad who's Trigon. Trigon is he's not the devil of DC, but he's a what would you explain Trigon? He is a god. He's one of the old gods, and he essentially is someone that devours dimensions. So he's always been trying to get into our dimension to essentially devour it, and that will turn it into his own. So like that's what he's always been like. So when they created Raven, she was supposed to be the gateway to allow him to get into their dimension, innit? Yeah, so he is from hell, isn't he? I'm sure he is.
I think he is from hell. Yeah.
Yeah, he's basically he is the devil, sort of like of DC, sort of. I mean, there's Hades, but yeah, he's sort of like the devil. Yeah. But she's got him chained in the Ruby for now, but she's weakening because of him. Yeah. He's getting stronger, but what he's saying is that he doesn't want to die because if she dies, then he's dead. And he wants to escape to kill Robin because Robin is her Achilles' heels because she has feelings for Robin.
Yeah.
So anyway, what's his name? Freaking Damien's walking now with his girl or Raven and Superman and showing them Nightwing. Yeah, he was finished, bro. That was scary, man. Like, what the Nightwing? Serious. So at this point, Nightwing is in one of them suits that crazy people are in asylums, and he literally he's like a zombie. That's all I can explain it. Because what they did, Damien tried to put him into Lazarus Pit when he dies, and the Lazarus Pit will make you insane, but then you can try to gain your sanity back, but it doesn't always work for everyone, and it didn't work for
it didn't work for Nightwing, so he literally was just left insane. So he just left him in a straitjacket to just be sitting there. It's mad. It was mad, that whole situation. But yeah, I mean, just that's just like even the start of. Just talking about that is just the start of it. I mean, there's loads we could go into like the whole thing, but the whole story is insane. Like going through the plot to try and get back into Apokolips, the person who we found out was actually sending the messages, which helping Lois Lane, which I was surprised because I did thought maybe it might be Batman on the skies, but it was actually Lex Luthor that was actually working for Apokolips, that was also helping the opposing side.
Yeah, and that got me.
Yeah, that did shock me. But you know what? I think it makes sense to an extent, because as much as he cares about his own skin, he also cares about Earth, because deep down he always thought he was essentially the savior of Earth, and then Superman was this waste man who was this god who came in out of nowhere, and people started worshipping him when people really should be thinking about empowering themselves to help the Earth. So that's how Lex has always been. Like, he always felt he was the savior. So that it made sense that he was essentially saving his own skin to help him. But so, like, for me, there were some positives for me about this film. Obviously, was Batman was always doing. Batman's just being Batman. Like, he will forever do things like that. So like when Rob was talking about the whole thing, like Constantine running away like a little bitch, that was Batman, bro. Batman told Zatanna to put him under spell to make him run away, because they know they would need Constantine if something went wrong. So even at the start, man like Batman knew this is a failure of a plan. I gotta have my backups in place. I gotta have my contingencies in place. You know what? That's why Batman sit. And because of that, they were able to get to where they needed to be to win the Apokolips War. Because I'm just going to say this right now. For me, the MVP of that film was Constantine. From the start, he made certain man look like a waste man. Even when Supes got his powers back, because Superman lost his powers because when the whole thing started, Apokolips was torturing everyone and doing things. So like Batman got mind melted to worship and serve Darkseid, but then he also put liquid kryptonite onto Superman so he can never use his powers again. And he had to walk the rest of his life as a reminder that you are a waste man. How dare you try to step to me, Darkseid? Let this be a savage lesson to you while you walk through this planet that you thought you could try and save by being an idiot. Waste. It's torture.
That is torture.
100%. I tell you, man, Darkseid. He's
fucking sick.
Yeah.
Too 100%. Sick. This is why the big screen ain't ready for Darkseid yet, man. Not ready for Darkseid. I don't think they'll be ready for Darkseid ever. The big screen. Like, I don't think the people are ready. Out of comic book heads, I don't think non-comic book people are ready. Thanos, yeah, he's a pagan, but
pagan, you know,
compared to Darkseid, what he did.
All right, on the same, yeah. If we're gonna talk about Darkseid versus Thanos, I'm not
talking about fighting. I'm not talking about them one-on-one. I'm talking about like how they messed up the heroes. Like
yeah.
Darkseid from the get-go. He knew what was happening. I mean, to think how they could. This is how even Batman. I'm thinking, dude, you did not see this coming, didn't you? Like, Cyborg is made out of apocalyptic technology. Yeah. So you wouldn't think Darkseid would have some form of access to that technology to spy on you.
I was thinking, how did he get that information to be able to spy on him? But I think it had to be through Cyborg.
Yeah. That's why when he was zoomed into his eyes, and then he saw the apocalypse, and then it was Darkseid. That's what said he was just chilling there, like, oh, okay, I'm gonna get you. Okay, so you, okay, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna whoop your ass. okay, I'm gonna hang your head on a pike on my throne. That's cool. Carry on. That's fine. I'm gonna do this.
That's why he's sick. So yeah,
he's too sick, bro. He's too. So when he heard about them saying about, oh yeah, they're called, Superman said, yeah, these are Darkseid's minions, parademons, but we know their weak spots. He was like, all right, cool. I know I'm going to do this. So that's when he spliced the DNA from Doomsday and a parademon together. I mean, that's a genius idea. Like, when you think about it, that is a genius idea.
And you know what was even more mad is that after he took over Earth, he used Superman's DNA. So now they were Superman, Doomsday, and parademons combined.
Yeah.
So, like, what? Why? Who stepped into that, bro? There's no one stepping. Just.
Well, let's just say to the people now watching this that the underdogs in this was the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I definitely will agree with that. So literally, villains. So why most of the superheroes got murked and were dead? Villains were thriving, bro. They were fine, because why were they fighting for? They clearly didn't fight during that whole situation. Like, why did they have to care? They were happy. They were probably happy all the superheroes got killed. But now they literally saved Earth. All the villains saved Earth because they were the ones fighting for everything left, because they got to live here, don't they? So, boy, I get the ratings.
And then Lois somehow managed. So the leader of the Suicide Squad now is Harley Quinn.
Alright, Harley cracked me up.
And
man.
Carly's too sick. So the members here are Harley Quinn, King Shark, who was an animal. Oh my gosh. Bro. He was the one that made that film R-rated, me personally.
Bro, he just kept on munching people's heads for fun, bro.
He was eating the paradooms like they were nothing. I'm ripping off the arm, eating it, and just beating them with what's left over of it, bro.
I was just like, oh man. Beast. King Shark was not played, bro. He was not played at all.
How he's Batman's enemy, I have no idea. But that to me doesn't make sense, how Batman fights him. But and then you have Captain Boomerang. Oh, that was funny. When Constantine walked next to him, he goes, and then Boomerang, because he's Australian, he's like,
yeah.
Brits. And he's like, bloody Australian. And then he's like, he said something, some derogatory term.
And then they started going into like the whole.
It started going on in each other like. What did they say? He goes in convict, and he goes pansy wankers. I'll say something. Yo, hey man, that shit had me. You have to put it in this film somehow, man. A clip of that, because that shit was hilarious, man.
It was jokes.
That shit was. I was cracking up at that part.
You know what's also
Bane and Black Manta.
Manta Ray, yeah.
Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Manta Ray.
And they did well. They did well, and
they fended off things quite well, to be fair.
Yeah. Because they had to get to LexCorp to open up the boom tube to get to Apokolips.
And then they were defending the boom tube as well after that. Like I said, they did sick. They went on sick for quite a while, defending things off until the end.
Yeah.
So
what else? And then what's it called? And then with the film, yeah. So when they got to Apokolips now, who did they face? Their old friends they thought was dead. So they had
man turned them into cyborgs, bro.
Oh, that was bad. Oh, yeah.
See, this is what I'm saying. Apokolips is just a savage, man. He just does not care.
You mean Darkseid?
Yeah, sorry. Darkseid. I don't know. I keep on calling him Apokolips. I mean, I guess he is technically Apokolips. But yeah, like Darkseid, he's an absolute savage, man. He does this on purpose because he knows it plays with your emotions and it make you hesitate. And then when you hesitate, you're dead. So he just was not having it the entire time. He just was not playing games. But again, Constantine being sick, he freed Wonder Woman of her control, and then she started fighting. Yeah, no, that's again why I said Constantine is MVP, bro.
I don't know, man. I have to say, I think the MVP goes to Batman, because if it weren't for Batman, Constantine would be dead.
So that is true.
Batman knew exactly He literally knew from day. He's like, you know what? There's no talking Clark out of this. He wants to go for this. So you know what? I'm a friend of his. I'm going back him. But we need a contingency because if all else fails, which this is going to fail.
Yeah.
And even I also said the other man who had worries about this was obviously Lex Luthor and Damian Wayne. Even Damian Wayne, he said from the beginning, I didn't.
He
like
knew it was gonna fail. Yeah, he knew.
That's
it was
why
gonna fail.
and he never calls him Superman. It was Kent. You know when someone calls Kent, they don't like you. They don't like Clark. They don't like you. It's just like, you know,
Call
Kent.
you by your last name, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, not even like Superman or nothing. It's like, nah, man. Why am I calling you Super for? You waste, man.
Yeah. Like, and even when Lois looked like she flopped the plan to go into Apokolips, to Lex-Corp, even he was like, you see, you two are just alike. Another debacle. You've messed this up now, haven't you? Like, he proper hates Clark. He proper hates him, bro. But he still went on to save his dad because they said if anyone can turn Batman back to normal, it's you, Damien.
Yeah.
It's you. So
that moment was deep, bro. Because
Yeah,
when
oh,
Batman
man.
was about to kill his kid. Alright.
You know what? If Daryl saw that fight, he would just be like, I told people, because Batman didn't hold nothing back. He went in on Damien. He went in like
Not
he
having
literally was about to kill his own son.
Yep.
Literally. But then now comes, so now they're all back on, so they're all, what's it called? Wonder Woman's free. So they find the power source. And who is the power source of Apokolips?
Flash.
Flash.
Of course.
Darkseid, again, he's thinking way ahead. So he spares his life and uses Flash Speed Force to generate the power for Apokolips.
Exactly.
Instead of using the what you call it? Oh, what was that thing called? The one that Batman was going to blow up that time.
Yeah, but then remember the power source got damaged severely, which is why they had to use Flash as the power source.
Yes,
so that's why they used it. But then now that they didn't have that power source, but then I always knew from the get-go this was going to be a point to where they would go back in time. But I knew that, but I didn't really care because it was about the whole storyline and how they were going to get to that point, which was I was enjoying.
I've got something about that, but I will say that I will keep it until we get to that part of the film because we're almost there.
Yeah.
So they free Flash now, and he's obviously, phasing in and out because he's just been running for so long at almost light speed. He's just like tired. So Constantine puts him to sleep, but then as he's putting him to sleep, he reads his mind for some strange reason. Somehow his mind read his mind, his sleep. And I think because he was on the so-called cosmic treadmill, he saw Flashpoint. So the phasing was the vibrations. He picked up the frequency as he was putting him to sleep, and he saw Flashpoint. And then that's when Constantine told everyone, so it was him. It was true. And Superman was like, what do you mean? And he said, it was him. He caused Flashpoint. And then Superman's like, well, what does that mean? He goes, well, if Flash Boy here goes back into time and saves his mom, Darkseid would never be around. This would have never happened.
Yeah.
So, and then Superman's like, right, okay, well, we don't have to worry about that right now. We need to go and quickly, get back in time to save Lois and the others back on Earth. So they get back to Darkseid's chamber. They see Cyborg literally fused inside this wall. He's now called the Source Wall, literally.
Sick reference.
But they free his mind. Constantine, yet again, like you said, is a Don, hacked into his system with magic, right? And freed his mind. And now he's back to as he normally was. But this time now it's a little too late because you know who is right behind him. And did you hear what Batman said? Batman returns.
Wait, he said, wait.
You don't remember that?
No, bro.
You don't remember that? Oh.
Now listen, Batman stepped out to talk to the big guy.
Batman's returned.
Oh, that alone. Okay, so that this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, there are loads of Easter eggs, but yeah. So Darkseid there literally just defeats Superman. Because Superman, again, he was donning Lex's super suit, but
this is why it's jokes. I don't understand why Superman thought he could step to Darkseid. You can't even step to him on your powers, and you thought you could step to him when your weakened, crippled, kryptonite bodied riddle self with Lex Luthor's suit. Come on, man. Come on, man.
And this is what I'm saying, right? This is what I say. People underestimate Darkseid all the time. I don't understand why you underestimate this guy. Seriously, like, do not underestimate this guy.
He's not even there, bro. He's in a different universe, man. Just
That's what I'm saying. Like, this concubine of him is even him. I keep on telling you about Darkseid, Don't underestimate this guy. Literally, do not underestimate him. So, all of a sudden now, they're all fighting. Damien's fighting Batman. Batman then sees himself when he's about to kill his son. He sees himself when the shooter was about to kill him after killing his parents.
Yeah. And
Batman comes out of the mind warp and throws Damien's katana in Darkseid's eye.
Yeah, what a done.
But yet this guy somehow still firms it and still shooting his Omega beam
of course
out like it's nothing, bro. Yeah.
That's why Darkseid's a G, bro. He's just like, what? You try to stab my eye? Alright, cool. You know what? Get this Omega beam, bro.
Yeah.
And then Damien takes the beam for Bat. Oh
man, that was so sad.
Oh, that was emotional, man.
So sad. And then Batman was crying. Yo, I've never seen Batman cry.
Bro, that was deep. And then that's
because his son died. Not only did his son took a bullet for him, but he died.
That was deep. After that, that was it.
I thought he was gonna switch.
I thought he was gonna snap, but I think it was what Damien said. Not for vengeance, but do it for justice. And then I think that broke Bruce, man. He was finished up. He was finished.
He was gone. He was crying. That's what.
Yeah, he was done, bro. But then Raven couldn't have it, bro. She just like, nah, you know what? That's it. I'm done. Trigon, let's go. Like she was switching, bro. And then she was like, Constantine, we got to do this now. He's coming out. And then flipping Constantine summoned him and he said, look, come to my body, and then we can fight this guy, and then you can have this body instead. He was like, no, you know what? I've got a better idea. And then he decides to go into Superman's body. And it's... when I saw that, I was like, is it? Okay.
And people need to watch back of that film, Justice League versus Teen Titans, why he chose Superman. But we'll leave that at that part.
Bruv, when I saw that, Darkseid was like, who are you? Not Superman.
Yeah. Yo, watching that, did you just see Darkseid just chilling there with his hands behind his back while all of that was unraveling? He's like, wait, what is this? What have you done to the Kryptonian? And he goes, oh, I'm not the Kryptonian no more. And then Darkseid goes, it makes no difference. I'm still gonna kill you. I
was just like, nah, you know what? God, man, that greasy talk. Nah, Darkseid's doing
fighting him. And then he's like, so you're a new god, are you? Let's see how much power you have then. And then Darkseid goes, well, it doesn't matter. I am all. I am the conquerors of all universe. I'm going to kill you. Like, I'm like, Darkseid, you understand? This guy has fused himself with not only his power and his strength, but with Superman's body and power and strength. And you're not scared. No, come on.
That's why Darkseid's sick, bro. He just doesn't care, man. Seeing them two fight, that was worth it. That was worth it.
That if there's anything to watch this film for, it's watching Darkseid versus Trigon. No, Super Trigon. There you go.
Yeah,
or Trigon Man, Super whatever fusion you want to call it, because that fight was epic.
100%.
And then Lois dies. Superman sees this, and just a side note, if anyone's listening to this and is keeping up with the Joneses, and you're probably thinking, what the fuck is this film going on? It sounds like everyone's just dropping like flies. Like, so yeah, Superman. Oh yeah, Lois dies, and this time as well, Superboy's dead. He got his neck snapped. Shazam's dead. He used a magic to blow himself up along with some of the Power Dooms, and Batgirl Batgirl got stabbed. Batgirl got ripped to shreds by 5 of them.
Yeah, that was.
Woman got stabbed and thrown to pieces. Batwing, the black guy who tried to take after Batman.
Yeah.
You have to watch that film. Oh, what film was it? Was it? Oh,
I'm trying to think.
Man, It was a Batman movie, obviously, but I forgot what it was called. I'll find out towards the end. Not the Son of Batman, was it? No. But yeah, I'll find out towards the end. But yeah, all these people are dropped dead now. So the only heroes left alive, really and truly, are Batman, Superman, Flash, Wonder Woman, if you count her, but she's half a cyborg, and the rest of the others. That's it, right? Oh, and Robin. No, Robin's dead. So you've got Raven. These are the only ones left alive, guys. But anyway, so Superman now somehow gets the demon out of him. Trigon escapes him because Superman fights his mind control.
Yeah.
Then Darkseid traps Trigon. What a don. Traps him in one of his Omega Beam traps, whatever. Because remember, the Omega Beam, side note, the Omega Beam is pretty much anything he wants to do. So a bit like the Gauntlet, it is anything he wants to do. Teleport, change time, move a planet, destroy planets, whatever. It is whatever it wants to do.
Omega Beam is teeth, bro.
It's 2 teeth. Oh, and by the way, it can bend round things. So if you try to hide behind a rock, no, that's not happening. He would take you out from that. If you try to take him out from behind, his eye lasers just go behind, and you actually see that in this film. Actually, by the way, it happens to a Green Lantern, but never mind. So exactly. You're laughing. And Darkseid weren't even watching. But yeah, so
again,
Superman now becomes Superman. He has his powers back. He's got his suit back, grey hair and everything. And he goes on sick on Darkseid. Even Darkseid's like, oh man. And he just punches him, and he goes flying from, you can say, from Croydon to Brighton. One punch. And he's gone. He's gone. And Superman is vexed at this point. So now, while he's fighting him, Batman talks to Cyborg. Cyborg's like, yeah, good to see you back. We need Constantine, but his neck got snapped by Super Trigon. But then did you know he's in heaven with Zatanna, and Zatanna says, oh, by the way, Batman needs you now. And he goes, wait, what? Yeah, Batman needs you. He said this would happen. And he goes, you mean to tell me he planted this all this time? He goes, yeah. Stan's like, yeah, it's Batman. He knew this was going to happen, so I helped him. And he told me to make you run away. So she used a compulsion spell, because when he fought back, because remember, she says things backwards.
Yeah.
So, but this time she said it forward. So this time, what's it called, to mask it. And then he just felt compelled to run away. But it was really she telling him, yo, run.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Literally telling him, run. Like compulsion. Like it's a compulsive movement to run. Like that's how sick she is. She did that.
Done.
And she ran. Yeah, man. And then he comes back alive now. And he's pissed at Batman. Dare not try to notice one thing. He didn't punch Batman, but punched Superman. So we'll end that part. But yeah. So yeah, exactly. So at this point now, Raven, she brings Robin back to life with her tear. Like that was insane.
Yeah, Raven's powers are ridiculous.
Freaking-sane.
Yeah, she's OP. She's definitely
super OP. And Superman and Darkseid are just wrecking Apokolips right now. And there's one scene where Superman flies back inside the throne room and he's punching up Darkseid, and he's getting like Darkseid's face, blood on his hand.
Yeah, he's going ham.
He's going ham now at this point. Like he's angry, like, you've taken everything away from me. Everyone I've loved, my wife. Da, 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 da. And then Darkseid's like, Darkseid eye lasers him. And Superman's like, ah.
It's like, who are you talking to, bro?
Yeah, it's like, who are you talking to? He's like, ah. And then Darkseid's like, yeah, right. I'm gonna deal with you right now, right? So he uppercuts him like that other show, the other film. Uppercuts him outside the throne room. Yeah, he loves uppercutting Superman, bro. And then they release Trigon. they thought, right, you know what? The only way to do this, we need to release Trigon so we can escape to take care of Darkseid. So they release him. What's his name? Constantine and this time, by the way, Robin's alive now.
Yeah.
Raven's all white. Her suit's all white now. Because she's no longer connected to her dad. She and Constantine releases the dad from Darkseid's what's called Omega Effect ball.
Yeah.
And then he's formed into himself now. And then he tells his daughter to go. He tells everybody, right, go. I'm going to take this out. And if you will please, James, before that, he stops the fight between Superman and Darkseid, and he looks at Superman and says, "Go." Or
unless you want to fight me for fighting him too.
Yeah.
I was like, bro,
Trigon
bars on this,
bars.
bro. The bars in this film was so sick. It's like, come on, new god. Let's see who shall live and who shall serve. I was like, wait, hold on.
Not even die. Not even die. Serve.
Nah, you know what? Yeah. Hey, Trigon is sick.
And now, new god, let's see who shall rule and who shall serve.
Absolute G, bro. Absolute G.
And then, right now, the boom tubes open from Earth. All of them Paradooms are coming back because Cyborg managed to suck them all back from Earth.
Yeah.
And then everyone is now being boom tubed back, though, to Earth apart from Cyborg because he can't move. He's now infused in the wall in Apokolips. And then, before she went, what's her name? Raven then looks at her dad, and the dad goes, "Thank you, daughter. You've given me the best present ever. Now go and be well." Like, the guy's enjoying fighting the universe's, one of the DC's universe's most feared gods. And he's like, "Thank you, daughter. I'm enjoying this. This is the best present ever."
Bro,
like,
he's free at last. He's free at last, which is what he wanted in the first place, by his own daughter, no doubt, as well. And he's fighting this guy who thinks he is better, no doubt, because Trigon is an old god. He's probably tired of these flipping new gods, thinking that they're too sick, bro. It's like, what? Some new god? You think you're some back? Shut up, fam. All right, cool.
Yeah.
And you provided this for me, daughter. All right, cool. Safe. Be well. Enjoy this. I see where you're going. And he's like, and then after that, when she left, and then the boom tree came, and then flipping Darkseid was like, "Wait, hold on, what's this?" "It's your doom, bruv." And then he tries to escape. He's like, "Nah, fam, I'll take you to the shadow realm with me."
Trigon was like, "Oh," and Darkseid was like, "No."
Hey, what a G.
Oh my gosh, Darkseid is too funny, bro. He's like, "No." And Trigon was like, "Oh." And the entire planet got boom tubed, got split, ripped, and then destroyed, bruv, or teleported wherever to nothingness, bruv.
Yeah,
like,
nowhere. Yeah,
nowhere.
Yeah,
nowhere. Literally. And then that was the end of that. And then the screen, the screen fades, goes to Earth, and obviously everyone's like, you just like, raw. Well, yeah, this is what's left. Batman, Superman, half of Wonder Woman, half of Aquaman's girl, Mira, Star Sapphire, a zombified, crazy Nightwing, Robin, what's her name? Raven, Flash, Constantine, and a messed up John Jones. Oh, and Hawkman as well.
Yeah.
So basically, Batman does the calculations, tells Superman, 35% of the Earth's core has been destroyed. I estimate 1 billion more people are going to die. And Wonder Woman goes, well, that means, and that means the slightest change in the Earth's magnetic core can throw the Earth a ray. So we can either burn or we're either going to freeze before things get better.
Yeah, exactly.
So basically now this is where I think happened. So Constantine goes to Flash and goes, "You know what needs to be done, mate." And then Flash is like, "Flashpoint, another one." And he goes, "Yeah." Constantine's like, "Yeah, this needs to be done." And then he goes, "I promised Iris before." And then Flash goes, "I promised Iris before." Well, I don't know. And then, because he's reluctant, he don't want to do it because he knows what happens.
Yeah.
He knows what will happen because he's done it before and he don't want to do it again. And then, this is what I think happened. Constantine puts his hand on him, and then Flash looks at everybody, and then he gets up, and then he goes into the on your marks position, then gets set, then he's off. I think Constantine used a compulsive spell on him.
You think so? Because he did talk to him and said, "Look, we will make the mistakes we did before, but then sometime we will learn from these other ones." No,
because his hand was still on him.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was thinking that as well. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yes. Because Constantine ain't one to touch no one. You know, his hands are always in his pockets.
Yeah, exactly.
But he put his hand on him. Yeah, it was literally on him, right? All that time when he was talking to him, saying, "Yeah, look, you may go back in time. We may make the same mistakes, but the site will be a lot better than this shite right now."
Yeah, exactly.
By the way, people, just insane amount of profanity in the show. But yeah, so, and then that's when he looks at him, and then he's like, ugh. And then he gets up, and then he just runs off and does his Speed Force thing, and then he's gone. And then I think the ending was so sweet. All the Justice League, they looked at Flash running, then they see the boom of him going back into time, and then they just see white, and it's literally time. Their universe has been erased.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was at peace, and I loved it how these shadows, the last shadows to disappear, was the trio: Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. I love that. I really did. That was it. The end. I thought that was just such a sweet end to the film. It was emotional. Don't get it twisted, because that's it. You ain't going to see this no more. It's done. But
that's true.
It was good. It was a good ending. It was a very, very emotional ride ending. Everything. I'm definitely will give it a solid 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah, no, that film
probably 9 actually. 9. Yeah.
I was gonna say for me it's 100% a 9. 100% a 9. Easily 9. That film, I'm still in my feelings about that film. I think I'm not gonna be over this film for a long time. I think it's made an impact on me because it's like seeing how they started this universe from start to finish, from 2013 till now. This is how you make a solid universe from start to finish. Just like MCU can do a sick movie universe, and DC's just not on those levels at the moment. DC can make. No. Be realistic. Be honest. Don't let your hater shit. Don't let the hater shit. Don't let the Aries kick in.
I would say.
Don't let the Aries kick in.
It was volatile. It was still very volatile. The MCU.
Yeah, fair enough.
No. But storytelling wise, it was sick. Don't get twisted. Storytelling wise, yeah, it was sick. It was sick.
Yeah.
But the certain movies was just like.
Yeah, no, I'm not denying that. But, they, just like Marvel has story-wise, they have been sick. DC is undefeated and will forever be undefeated
in animation.
In terms of animated films and animated universes. I will say this right now for free. Marvel will never touch DC. In terms of animated universe, it's never going to happen because it's just not in their forte. They have tried it multiple times. They made a few bangers, but they can't touch DC for animated films. It will never happen. DC know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They can do it through animation because they can envision their story and bring it to life in a way they can't do on live action. I don't know why they can't do it properly in live action and envision it the way they want to. Maybe it's to do with some control on how Warner Brothers goes on. I don't know what it is. But when it comes to animation, they have full reign to be free and be creative, and they are creative. They just do everything. That's
No,
it.
I think what well no, we need to leave it for another discussion. But
Yeah,
I think it's either control, or I just think, to be honest, maybe DC characters are far more complex than Marvel characters. Straight up, literally. How do you make a good film with a guy that literally is indestructible? A guy that could bench press the earth for a week without sweating. How do you make a film about that?
To be fair, there's a lot of OP characters in MCU as well, but as you've seen, they don't showcase them that much.
OP,
and the only people
OP in what levels, bruv? Not like freaking Superman or Raven or Trigon or anything like that.
You have people that are on super OP levels in the MCU, but they do not showcase them. They tried to showcase someone that was slightly OP, and it just didn't work out well for them enough, and that was Phoenix. Phoenix.
They weaken them. That's the difference.
Yeah, exactly. That's my problem.
That's where they go wrong. Because everything. Okay, we're definitely going off tangent here, but this should be a discussion. But I will say this: everything matters on the big screen, right? So now everybody's going to think Thor is that much of a pussy. Everybody's going to think Hulk is that much. Even though I do not like Hulk, that ain't Hulk. I know Hulk's capable of 100 times more things. Everybody's going to think that is him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It gives you that bad influence. Whereas at least Snyder with Man of Steel, this guy's crazy. He can outfly a freaking black hole. What the frick?
Like, that was. They did not underpower the DC characters. For the most part, they did not underpower them. In fact, they just made them different in a sense. But they showcase their abilities quite nicely. I saw abilities that Wonder Woman had. I didn't even know she had. I didn't know she could do lightning. Exactly. When I saw that in Wonder Woman, I was like, "Raw, she does lightning." And then in Justice League, she was moving on levels of Flash, dodging bullets, like ricocheting bullets around. I was like, just forget it, bro.
That's what I'm saying. So how do you make good films with pretty much characters that are godlike?
Exactly. And how do you have the budget to do it? I can't imagine the budget that is needed to do. Imagine
a proper Justice League film.
Yeah. Imagine Apokolips War.
Jesus.
In live action.
Yeah, no.
Warner Brothers would have to spend the bank, and I don't see them ever doing that. And I think that's probably why the Snyder Dream never happened in live action, because
no, it never happened, because it would have happened, but it never happened because the freaking dudes got scared feet because everybody was comparing them to freaking the MCU, but anyway, that's just another thing, man.
Let's not get
my
into
whole
that
point is this, yeah, exactly. What's it called? My thing is this animation film. I will say this: DC should have just stuck to animated movies right through. They should have just this should have been the universe to combat the MCU. That's all I have to say.
If they
should have been given a little bit more budget, and put on the big screen. I don't think no one would dare say, no, I'm not going to go to watch a movie or watch an animation movie. It's like of Superman, Batman. It's like, no. This is not no kiddie shit. This is anime style, violent, blood, swearing, adult jokes, humor type of movie.
And we're seeing that animated films are starting to take a rise. Like, we had Dragon Ball Z films in the cinema recently. We've had My Hero has had a film in the cinema recently as well. We've had Naruto was also in the cinema. There's clearly an interest for animated films to be in the cinema, and I think if DC were brave enough to do it, I think it would be interesting if they just dropped a film in the cinema. Just all of a sudden, it's like, look, we're gonna drop this in here, see how it goes, and if it's successful, I hope they take note of it. But I don't think it's going to happen. I think they want to have proper actors in there. They want to showcase them. Voice actors for them probably don't seem like it's worth it enough. I don't know what their reason is behind it, but I doubt we're going to see animated, and I think it's a shame.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's me, man. I definitely give it a 9 out of 10. It's sad to see that this saga is ending. But I will definitely tell people, hey, you guys give it a try. If you guys don't like the DC movies, that's understandable. But I can guarantee you your mind will change about the animated movies. Definitely will, dude.
Yeah.
And on average, they're about an hour, just a little bit of an hour, over an hour. I think this is the longest one.
This is an hour and a half. No,
I
usually
think
about
this is
hour
the
10, hour
longest one.
15 minutes.
Yeah,
So,
this is the longest one. Yeah, so it makes sense to wrap it up. So just like Endgame was 3 hours, which didn't even need the first hour, but anyway. Yeah, this one, yeah, this was a very good send off, guys. So if you guys,
very good.
you know, even you Marvelites out there, Greg, Ed, Miles, Aaron Oskey, yeah, sorry, Darren, yeah.
Hey, hold on. Daryl's a DC head. I don't know why you say Daryl.
No, he's not.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
He's undercover MC. From when he likes Guardians of Garbage, you're an MCU fan.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
What's? All right. Let's not get into that. Your Aries is showing.
Oh my gosh, man. So yeah. Other than that, guys, anything else you want to say, James?
Just saying, this is this DC animated universe. This is easily in my top 2 films of that entire universe. Easily.
Oh yeah.
It might even be number 1 if I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even care. Like it's just too sick. I think when they drop the whole collection, I think I'm buying it. That's for sure. I think I'm buying it. I know they're going to drop it at the end of the year, most likely, or soon. And it's 100% getting purchased. And I can't wait to watch the entire series again.
Yeah, I can't either, man. I'm definitely gonna watch it, man.
RT.
Definitely gonna watch that when it drops, man, without a shadow of a doubt, bro. I can't wait. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably just buy it anyway. Can't wait because it's in 4K. But yeah, so that's about it.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, this is your boy Rob. Gonna say goodbye. Here we go. My boy James. We're signing off until the next one. Oh, the next DC movie is, I think it's called Superman Man of Tomorrow, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Could be, I don't know if this is setting up a new universe, but I know it's going to be based on Rebirth, but God knows what.
Okay, interesting. I'm looking forward to that.
All right. Peace out, people.
Peace.
Peace.